So at this time, if any of you have any questions of these students and their artistic endeavors, please feel free to state them. And why don't I have those that are here come up? Does anyone have a question first? Or let's have each one of them speak about their film briefly and what their objective was and what they were trying to conceive.
Hello, my name is Christian, like they said, yeah. I'm nervous, yeah, that's normal. And my film was America. It was basically like about immigrants and how it is and how, because I'm an immigrant too, so like I wanted to base it on like my experience. I mean, I didn't go through all that, but some people do, and we have to put it out there somewhere, and what a better way to do it through film than that's what I like. So yeah, thank you.
Any question for him? Christian.
You're the brother in the movie?
Yeah, I am. I acted in the movie. So
Wow.
yeah.
So which do you like better, acting or directing?
I like directing better. I like directing better. I just did the acting because I trusted myself with this since I've been through most of it. So I was like, yeah, I want to give that feeling out there. So that's why I did it. Thank you.
Cool.
I have one question for you too. When I was watching, I saw the film title America, so I'm thinking immigration, and I'm thinking someone in a foreign country wanting to come to this country for better circumstances. Was that at all?
Yeah, that was the whole point of the film, like how like families get apart not because they want to, but because they want a better life here in America. That's what the title is, America as well.
Just a question, are there any parts of the film that you had to reshoot or rethink because it wasn't, after you watched it through editing, that it wasn't conveying the message that you wanted it to?
With the film, there was this part we had to reshoot it, but it was not because of like that point, but it was because I didn't really like how it looked, and it was like, it's not really giving out what I want. It was the sleeping in the streets. We just did it like an easier way, and I was like, no, we gotta go do it again, so we reshoot that. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I'm Lizzie. I wrote and direct Dinner at Clara's, and pretty much my whole objective with that, 4 people sitting around a table, was just trying to, our teacher was like, you know, keep it simple, because all like these, I guess, student films that my school creates are a little bit too complex for the short film kind of thing. And so we were just like, he was just like, just get around the table and just argue. And we're like, okay, and we did, and that's how it turned out. And the music and everything wasn't supposed to be in there. I think there was like an exporting error, I think because Cyberbully was playing during mine, so all of that wasn't supposed to be there.
Lizzie, tell us where you're from.
I'm from Jacksonville, Florida. I'm a junior going on senior for Douglas Anderson School of the Arts in the Cinematic Arts program.
Question. You had mentioned about the arguing, so there was no script, that was all just improv?
Oh no, I wrote all that.
Oh, okay, okay, I just wanted to clarify. Excellent.
It kind of read like a play to me. Was there any inspiration from any plays or anything like that with the kind of dialogue and the character?
The only inspiration I got was from my teacher, because where we were sitting at, we were all 4 sitting at a table, like my group, and he was just like, look at you guys, sitting around a table. Just do that. And it just, that inspiration and also what they were arguing about was inspired by my uncle that I never met's death. And so I was just trying to play out, like, if you had any friends, how that would have gone on. Yes?
One more question, what did you shoot it with?
Just a Rebel T3i.
Why did you make the choice to put it in the 70s?
I don't honestly know. I just really like not this era. I like, I guess, the 60s and the 70s a lot. And I think we're just trying to go for a more stylistic look, which is kind of there, really, like with the clothing. We've always wanted to do kind of a period piece, so that was just like a thing we wanted to tie in.
Basically, the film that there were 2 separate films done by one was by 2 students, the other was done by 3, and basically I teach a 2D art, 3D art, and I get to a point where I try to keep myself and students going. So I did buy a video camera for them, and I said, go for it. The robots came from my toy collection, but all the little characters, the clay, the students did make. The rocket ship was actually made out of a lamp I found in a thrift shop, and they turned that lamp into a spaceship. The painting in the background was done by them. The volcano was done by them. I liked the students that had a sense of humor. And to me, I know film or film cinematography, claymation either gives a story, it could be happy, sad, or a moralistic story. But my approach in teaching is the kids do have to plan things out. And yes, they wrote the story, and I made them, plan it out. I spent little time with them. I just made some artistic suggestions when they shot. But more important was the humor behind it.
Hello, my name's Colby Blackwell. My film was Dispirited, and if that's the video of essentially was the kid running. When we were making the film, we wanted to keep it more abstract than most others. That's why there's no dialogue. We wanted to keep it more open-ended, and also that's also kind of allows us to focus on other things rather than voice. And also just saves general time, because we didn't have a lot of time. Because in the winter, it gets dark really soon. So we got this done in a short amount of time, about like 4 hours. And it was just, our minds were moving really fast. We're just thinking. Some of it was on the spot.
So what made you tackle a phobia and that, how did you come up with that idea, that particular way? What was the inspiration?
Honestly, I just kind of woke up one morning with the idea. Although you'll notice there are no actual pigs because I was too afraid to film actual pigs because I personally have swinophobia.
I think that possibly came from a discussion. She actually was in one of my classes. I teach advanced placement music theory, and we were talking about pigs one day because I happen to be a pig lover. So I was going through do you remember that day? I was going through all the conversation of how smart and how intelligent pigs are. I had a potbelly pig named Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh my God.
So we were talking that I was just curious if that had anything to do with that. Maybe subliminally that came out in your film.
So what happened? Do you have more pig phobia after making a movie or less?
I'm probably about equally as afraid of pigs. Less faux pigs, like the mask obviously was a little creepy for me at first, but I can handle stuff like that. Although I've noticed that some people who have seen it, like the actress, has started having dreams, nightmares about pigs, so I would consider that a success.
If you guys could pick one particular actor or actress to play your lead's role, no discredit to your currents, because they all did a great job, but if you could pick one actor or actress to play that lead role to convey that story a little more, who would you, I'm just curious, out of anybody, who would you pick?
Okay, if it was me, I would pick somebody that's an immigrant as well, so they could, once they're acting in my film, whatever I did, they're doing, I would like them to feel what I felt when I was doing it, and I would like them to project what they know and what they have experienced in their life before.
Do you have anybody in mind, though, that you know of?
Not really.
Okay.
Zac Efron. I have no idea how to answer that question. It would have to be through an audition process, because the image of my main character, at least, I wanted to have him look average, seem average, have this kind of almost an everyday teenager kind of look, but not extraordinarily handsome or extraordinarily ugly or anything like that.
I don't have anyone in particular in mind. Maybe someone like Thomas Mann, just because I'm familiar with his work and he's more not an underground actor, but he does more independent films, and he just looks like a regular guy. But maybe also a female actress. I felt like that particular role in my film was best suited for a female actress, but
because I have 4 just actors. For the one that has the big monologue at the end, I would say Rooney Mara, because I just love Rooney Mara so much. And the awkward guy would be Jesse Eisenberg, and if you can mix things, the 2 people arguing, Julia and I think his name Dylan, you would have it between Faye Dunaway and Marlon Brando.
Thank you. So thank you all so much for attending our first Next Up Young Filmmakers competition. We were so impressed with the quality of the work that we received from our filmmakers, 18 and under, and I'm sure that many of you have an incredible career in the filmmaking industry ahead of you. So for our runner-up in the Next Up competition, I would like to announce that the winning film is America. Congratulations, Christian. One second. Now, this particular trophy that I'm holding, this was designed by the winners of the Art Club competition, Ron Miller and Sue Danino. So all of the filmmakers in our various categories throughout the weekend are going to receive a trophy like this. So we thought it was only appropriate that our Next Up competition winner also received their Vero Beach Wine and Film Festival winning trophy. So the winner of the Next Up Young Filmmakers competition, the film is Revolving Child, Francisco Cabrera. And as Dr. Adams said, Francisco couldn't be here to accept his award. He's graduating from high school today. So Dr. Adams is going to receive it on his behalf.